He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down and 6 now. The pickup there, and it's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
In motion left is Cobb. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 48-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 330-pound glory, gets the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on second and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on fourth. In motion right is Wilson. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man complete.
Look at the big man rumble.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
81 yards.
And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, here's Abanikanda.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught left side by Cobb.
And he's going to be brought down short of first at about the 31-yard line. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 31 yards. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now it's Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But it certainly does a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Dobbins. They'll take it into the end zone from Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have regained the lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Rodgers now on first down. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked him from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On play action, Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Rodgers going to get this complete to his running back, Hall. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On first and 10, it's Hall. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Give to Hall running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 9, 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14.
Ravens 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And Jackson throwing once more. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. The short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got two extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 38.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab out. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Abanikanda is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. 26. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
In motion left goes a tight end. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. The tight end in motion right. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Justin Madubuike in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. On the handoff, Abanikanda.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Report.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. Look at the big fella go. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll run again. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13.
34. Ravens 21. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Down the right sideline. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and you and I, we just looked at each other, kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, you know, the strength would win out, and that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off, and took advantage of every opportunity in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm